James Tynion and Jorge Jimenez conclude Fear State as Miracle Molly is given a tough choice to make regarding the fate of Gotham, while the Bat family move to take down Simon Saint and the Magistrate for good. James Tynion ends Fear State and his tenure on Batman by kind of dumping the ending of Fear State into a rushed mess here and leaving it for Joshua Williamson to come in and kind of clean up the aftermath. This was an issue that just barreled through everything since Tynion was already out the door on his way to Substack when this stuff was being written. So we get the Batman Peacemaker fight, which has gone on for way too long already, just kind of ending in an extremely simple way that probably should have been thought of about 3 issues ago, and one would assume Batman would have thought of taking the fight that way to end it his way. We also get Ivy being reintroduced to her kinda doppelganger, which has been building up in the Catwoman book, only for her to just kind of accept her right away and just sort of get that all over with. Obviously, this is thanks to there being tie-ins with the Ivy story and all of that being built up there, but if you're going to do that part of the story where she accepts that part of herself back into her and sort of saves the day as well, you'd think that there'd be a bit more of substance to the story in this main issue where it actually happens. The only thing I can think was really earned was Batman and Molly's confrontation at the end of the issue. Their relationship since her arrival at the start of Tynion's run has been quite interesting, and I liked that it made Batman question his trauma and played off of it really well. But there is also a problem in that the book just kind of ends there, meaning when Joshua Williamson comes onto the issue, he's got to deal with all that stuff and clean house a little bit before we can get into what he plans to do with Bruce, which is take him away from Gotham. Jorge Jimenez finishes up the book on a high note here, delivering just some stellar looking artwork again and page layouts capturing the vicious action between Batman and Peacekeeper really well. Him also getting to draw the Bat family for one final time, at least for now, was really great, and I love the pages with them all assembling to help Gotham in its time of need. Batman issue 117 was a very rushed ending to James Tynion's big Fear State event and his tenure on the book, barely slowing down to let plot points breathe, meaning the book has left a lot for the next writer to wrap up and unpack. I'm going to give this issue a 5 out of 10. Batman issue 117 finds Simon Saint demanding to know how his peacekeepers cannot kill Batman, a simple man in a simple suit. The signal to the peacekeepers is soon lost as he is told Mayor Nakano is on the phone with him and he is angry. Simon doesn't care for the mayor as his people report on another earthquake rocking the city. The man screams for his people to get comms back up as suddenly the Bat family, all disguised as peacekeepers, arrive. Nightwing tells the people that they'll be taking the skybase into a water landing, telling them all that to make sure they are all arrested, they are going to stick around for the rocky landing. Batman meanwhile continues his violent battle with Sean Mahoney as Molly tries to disarm Scarecrow's bomb, telling Crane she won't be letting his trauma bomb go off. Crane knows that she then gets to decide if Gotham stays the way it has been, or does she finally change it and push it towards the future. Molly slams the villain's head against the bomb, knocking him out as well as disarming the bomb thanks to the hit. Peacekeeper 1 meanwhile wonders if this is all Batman has to offer him as he continues his fight, slashing the hero with his blade as he manages to get in a few good hits of his own. At Eden, Harley tries to get Queen Ivy to stand down, revealing how last time she attacked Gotham, Gardner saw that she might not survive, so she took the most innocent part of Pamela and put it in a seed, planting it away in safety. But some bad guys got to it first and grew it into an Ivy of their own, but Catwoman saved that version of Ivy and Harley decided to bring it back to her. Ivy doesn't want it, but Harley reminds her that this is all her innocence, the part of her that is currently missing. Yellow Ivy says that they don't want to be missing pieces anymore as Queen Ivy asks if Gardner really did this. Bella says that she just couldn't let the best part of Pamela die. Queen Ivy accepts the lost part of herself, touching her hand and becoming whole again. She tells them that she could still destroy the city and Harley and Gardner might think they deserve it, but she can see the people up there shaking in fear, so she decides to do something else, lowering the temperature of the city a bit and calming things down with her pheromones. Flowers begin blooming all over the city as Ivy uses her powers to heal Squeak. She goes to see Harley knowing that there is one more thing she needs to do. Harley rambles on a bit thinking that Ivy is going to hurt her, but Ivy tells her to stop talking, kissing her. Peacekeeper meanwhile contacts the Magistrate, telling them that he shot Scarecrow and is about to kill Batman and one of the Insanity Collective's ringleaders. He tells them to converge on his location as Batman takes off his belt and wraps it around his hand, telling Sean he's not getting his future and neither is Scarecrow, since he will be prosecuted for murder and domestic terrorism and he won't be the hero he thinks. Sean doesn't believe it, attacking the hero as Batman continues to play mind games with him, telling Sean that the Scarecrow manipulated his own delusions and he is no hero, since heroes save people and all Sean has ever wanted to do is save himself. Batman smashes Peacekeeper in the face, knowing this is why he's going to lose. With Sean down for the count, Batman hopes that Molly has disarmed the bomb, but she hasn't, rigging up a trigger as she tells Batman that she rewired the bomb back to its original programming that the Insanity Collective had used it for, and now she'll set it off and wipe away the entire city's trauma and memories of it all. Batman knows that she can't do this, but knows why she thinks she can do this, since it's more work believing people can change themselves. Molly tells him that Gotham is in chaos and tearing itself apart, demanding Batman stay where he is as he tries to itch closer. Batman wants to give her an uplink to his cowl to see what he sees, so Molly takes the connection, reassured it's not a trick as she sees that the city is changing for the better, with Simon Saint being revealed to be the real villain, Mayor Nakano taking the blame for turning to the Magistrate so quickly, and Ivy's pheromones helping break the fear gripping the city. The news also reports on the bat signal being seen in the city for the first time since before the Joker War, bringing with it a familiar feeling of hope. The Bat family respond to the call as Bruce removes his mask, talking about the night he and Molly talked in her workshop about the city being a superstitious and cowardly lot and how that makes them dangerous, but it also makes them human and they are capable of doing good. Bruce tells her that the human capacity for good is a powerful thing, and when you take away the politicians and the media and the corporations, it's just people together and they can overcome anything. Molly doesn't know if he's right anymore and Bruce doesn't think he is either, but he does believe. Molly puts the trigger down, telling Batman that she wants to believe as well as she hugs him, reassured by the hero that everything is going to be alright.